When should you use forward fill versus backward fill in Pandas? Imagine you're working with a dataset that has some missing values. You might wonder whether to fill those gaps with the last known value or the next one. That's where understanding forward fill and backward fill comes in. Forward fill, also called fill forward, takes the last valid data point and propagates it to fill in the missing spots. It works well when data points tend to stay the same over time, like stock prices or sensor readings. For example, if a temperature sensor reports a reading every hour but misses some hours, using forward fill will assume the missing hours had the same temperature as the last recorded one. Backward fill, or fill backward, does the opposite. It fills missing values with the next valid data point that appears after the gap. This method is useful when the future data is more reliable or when missing data occurs at the start of your dataset. For example, if your data begins with missing values and then catches up with actual measurements, backward fill can fill those initial gaps with the first available valid data. So, when should you pick one over the other? Use forward fill when you believe the previous value is a good estimate for the missing data. Think about situations like filling in missing sales data, where sales tend to stay steady until a new sale occurs. It makes sense to carry forward the last known value. On the other hand, choose backward fill when the next available data point is more relevant. This is common in cases where your data starts with missing values, and the upcoming data provides a better estimate. For example, if you have a schedule with missing entries at the beginning, but the future schedule is known, backward fill will fill in those gaps with the upcoming scheduled events. In Pandas, applying these methods is straightforward. You use fill forward with the command data frame. Fillna method is equal to ffill, and fill backward with data frame. Fillna method is equal to bfill. You can also specify limits to control how many consecutive missing values are filled. Remember, the choice depends on your data's nature and what makes the most sense logically. If your data is time-based and the previous value makes sense to carry forward, go with forward fill. If the next data point is more relevant, then backward fill is your best option. By understanding these differences, you can keep your data consistent and ready for analysis.